Welcome to the Holy Yogi, where we help you find the guru inside of you. Hello, beautiful. Hello, handsome. How you doing today? And if no one has told you today that they love you, let me be the first. Boing! I love you, each and every single one of you, and I hope you're having a fantastic beginning of the brand new day. That means we get to start all over again. We get to do it right this time. And with that said, this is what I need you to do. Spread the love by spreading the word, and you will spread the wealth. And that message today, I'm going to talk to you about the prosperity prayers. So I got a wealth message for you today that's going to bring abundance into your life. More abundance, right? We're abundant already. So with that said, I need you to like, I need you to comment, I need you to ding, 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 ding. Hit that notification button and subscribe. Yes, you get the 411 on all the prosperous information that we have for you. It's going to help you live a fantastic life for the rest of your life. Right now. Heaven right here on earth. You don't have to worry about getting to the pearly gates. We're going to open up them gates for you right here and right now. Okay, so Alec, thank you so much for being patient. Today I am going to ask the Holy Yogi Day. I am going to fully and completely answer your question, how to find your purpose in 2019. But I'm going to title it Prosperity Prayers, because I know that's going to get people, that's going to be the bait clip for today, because it really truly is about the prosperity prayer. Your prosperity prayer will help you find your purpose, or you can call it the purpose prayer, okay? Because when we find our purpose, you know, the money is the consolation prize. And I got a doozy for you today. That's why I really wanted to wait today to do it, because Alec and everybody out there, one of the key things that I tell you about, you know, tapping into your spirit. Yesterday was the end of the day. I was pretty much drained, my battery, just like your cell phone. I want you to imagine prayers or meditation. It basically is your battery to really recharge your spiritual muscle, to get it revving and growing and going again, just like your phone. You gotta, you know, your phone runs out of battery after you use it over and over again. It gets exhausted, it gets tired, and it gets drained of all of its energy, and you gotta recharge it again. So my recharging mechanism and your recharging mechanism, this is one of the key things about your spiritual tools, is your prayers and meditation. That's gonna recharge you. That's going to get you back. And so I had my wonderful morning prayer and abundance just for you, Alec. And I really focused on the prosperity and purpose prayer. Okay? Because it really goes simultaneously, the one or the other. Because once you find what your purpose is, then you will find the prosperity. It'll be the consolation prize. The money will show up. So let's break that down to you so you can fully grasp it and understand it. Your prosperity prayer is simply your prayer. Prayer is your conversation with the God, Goddess inside of you. To connect with the divine spirit, the higher source, the omnipotent great spirit that has endowed with inside of you your purpose that you're supposed to have and make to contribute to the world, to make it the best place that God, Goddess had ordained it to be. That's what you came into this lifetime to do. That only you, Alec, and everybody out there can do. So, that's the first thing that you need to do, is to pray to God and ask God, God, what is my divine purpose that only if you brought me here on this earth to do? I'm ready now to fulfill that purpose, because I know in fulfilling that purpose, I will not only bring prosperity to me, I will also bring prosperity to all of the people that I touch with my purpose, and to help them fulfill their purpose in order to accomplish their dream. And it'll have the domino effect. And then all of us will live purposefully angelic lifestyles, and life will be just a joy and a blessing to live. I mean, when you find your purpose, you cannot wait to wake up and jump out of bed in the morning time to fulfill it, because you know you're going to be giving good. And when you're giving good, And the word good is what? God. You're serving your godly purpose. And you're living up to you feel like a superhero. That's what God is. Nothing but a superhero made manifest in the flesh. So, as an example, and this is very much a true story. Matter of fact, when I do my prayer meditation at the universe to guide and give you the best information, I was listening to Reverend Ike this morning, which I recommended everybody do. Everybody, like I said, what's your inspiration? What's your motivation? To get back into that, to recharge that. Listen to inspirational, motivational, videos. I'm going old school, tape, CDs, DVDs. Maybe some of y'all got even albums. I'm really telling my age right now. But that's what you really want to do, to get you recharged and reconnect with the divine spirit. That's what inspiration in spirit that's inside of you. We're going to bring it out. So anyway, listen to Reverend Ike, preparing to do, today's Holy Yogi show. And he spoke about prosperity prayer. See, it always comes up when you need it, all right? Me, I'm planting a couple of trees with one seed. I'm sitting there working out, getting my body in shape so I can build my spiritual muscle for you guys too. So anyway, he spoke about this wonderful woman who was on welfare. I got another welfare story, even a personal welfare story to share with you. But a woman that was on welfare, and in a nutshell, she, had went to go, visit, Reverend Ike, and she was right there in the midst of praying. Now, she raised 6 children. I'm holding the phone in my other hand. 6. 6 children, and all by herself, and successfully. And see, that's the first clue that most people tend to miss out on. That was her God-given gift, the ability to take care of and raise children. So what careers can you do raising children and taking care of them? Okay? So, but once again, she took it for granted. And that's what we sometimes do. Something that comes so easily and effortlessly, and that's usually a God-given gift that we don't have to go to school for, or take lessons for, or train for, or practice over and over again. We just got it. Einstein, bing, woke up IQ genius. We take it for granted. And because we take it for granted, we trivialize it, and we don't take advantage of it. So remind me to tell you the story, hope I can remember, of my experience as far as singing and also as far as sports is concerned, track running. So anyway, so in a nutshell, she sat there and thought about it, and she said, well, I raised 6 children, whatever the case may be, and it dawned on her, well, her kids are grown and they're successful, and she did a good job doing that. So she said, well, I can create my own daycare center. And that's what she did. Now check this out. Not only did she create her purpose of a daycare center coming off of welfare, she went out and talked to all her sister friends who were on welfare too, but they couldn't go get a job because they were busy at home trying to raise their children successfully. So she said, you go out, you get a job, a career, prosperity and abundance, and I'll raise your kids. Now, if anybody's a parent just like me, I had difficulty. That's one reason why I unschooled and raised my children at home, because quite frankly, I was scared and afraid I couldn't trust anybody to take care and raise my children properly. And I knew I could do the best job that was capable in order to do that for my children. That was just my goal in my career. But a lot of women don't have that option. But all those women, they knew how successfully she raised her children. They knew she raised 6 children. Some women can't even raise 1 children alone and on their own, let alone 2, 3, and 4. So they knew she would do a good job. And it's nothing like being able to go to work, knowing that your children are going to be loved, are going to be fed, are going to be clothed, and are going to be protected and taken care of properly. So, in turn, they got a great career and job and purpose in life. She got a great job, created a business for herself and purpose in life, and had the joy of raising and help raising. It takes a village to raise a child. Raise other people's children. All those women got off of welfare. She got off of welfare, not depending on the slave system. We know about that. Salary is too close to slavery. And everybody lived a great, humbled, happy life. So that gives you an example of the importance of, number one, praying on it and trusting that God is going to give you the answer. So Alec and everybody out there, I want you to pray on it. And then as you're praying on it, I want you to go about your life normally like you do, but I want you to pay attention. Because sometimes the answers are going to come through a jingle on the radio. Just like for you, Alec, I'm happen to be listening to YouTube, morning, prayer session with Reverend Ike, to give you an idea of the message of the day I wanted to share with you. It may come through, a family, friend, or loved one. They'll tell you. My mother told me, hey, you would be, I never forget, she told me, you would be a great teacher. I was like, ah. And usually my mother, she's like got psychic ability and everything. I'm like, what? Because I had envisioned, me, living close to New York City and Philadelphia, New Jersey, growing up, and I'm hearing they got metal detectors now in the schools because kids are bringing knives and guns and things of that nature. And I'm picturing a kid, putting the gun up to my head, hey, Teacher Bomani, why you give me a D in math class today? And I'm like, no. I've heard all the horror stories of being a teacher because I was thinking more of an academic teacher. And then all of a sudden, later in life, we're talking about 20 years later, it dawned on me while I'm traveling around the country and teaching people how to go from poverty to prosperity, doing book signings and teaching people how to buy a house and how to get their credit together and how to, start a brand new business. I became a teacher. But I was thinking limited. And I was thinking negative, and I was blocking my blessings. So that's the key thing that I want you to do. And it was something that came natural to me. I had a gift for gab. I knew how to explain things. I knew how to people to see the vision and see the life. At one point, I learned how to be the example of the life that I wanted to live, to give myself credibility. So that's the other thing, is that don't, we speak what we want to in existence, and then we block our business and say, no, I can't do that. So you should put can't out there. Woo, like they say, knock that T out of there. And know that you can do it. Believe yourself, even though it seems hard. And even though a lot of obstacles are going to come out your way when your first thoughts, if it comes to you, remember, desire, idea means of the Father. If it comes to you, God has given you your answers. Now I can remember, I used to, when I was in school, sports was easy for me. Especially running. Broke all the records. Matter of fact, I was the fastest girl in my school to the point where I had to run with the boys in order for them to help me increase my speed, to go up to the next level. Once again, I took it for granted. But when I didn't know later on in life, when it was too late because I didn't practice it and I took it for granted, my cousin got a scholarship, full-fledged scholarship to go to college, a track scholarship, to, run track for Morgan College. She was on her way to the Olympics. I'm like, oh my God, I could have possibly went to the Olympics because I ran for the state of Pennsylvania back in the day. Like I said, once again, took it for granted and didn't even think about that it could help me get a higher education. Didn't think about that I could go to the Olympics. We don't ever think about those type of things. But that's what I'm talking about. And the beautiful thing about it is, Alec and everybody out there, God doesn't just give us one gift. We can get 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got many talents that we're capable of doing. So that's what I want you to do. I want you to have your prosperity prayer, or you call it your purpose prayer, and find out what it is that you can do most effortlessly and easily. Can you sing? Can you dance without learning music? Right now, today is June the 7th. It is Prince's birthday. Happy birthday, Prince. And that's the thing about Prince. What's the fact that Prince, think about it. Prince never took a lesson. Get up and play the piano. He can even learn to play the guitar naturally. He can play the drums naturally, and obviously he can sing naturally. And so when he developed those skills and things of that nature, what did Prince end up doing with those skills? He ended up, see, remember, when God blesses you with anything, you have got to go about, take that blessing and bless other people. Prince, later on, remember the time, the group, okay? What's that song? Cool, remember Cool? By the Time, okay? And they went on, so the Time became famous. Then it was the two brothers from the Time, Terry Jam and Lewis. I forgot the other no, it's Jam. It was Terry and Lewis. Terry Jam and Lewis. Oh, I forgot his name. But anyway, both of those brothers went on to help Janet Jackson resurrect her career, and now Janet Jackson control. Okay, you know, she controlled life, and now she's a billionaireess. Okay, so you got to understand that as you help. As you've been blessed, you got to get in the business of blessing other people. After I developed my millions, I knew how to get out there and help other people. So that's why I taught people about credit and buying houses. And women came up to me, they was able to buy a house, single moms, they were able to buy their own home, and they were able to join a network marketing company and start and create a business for themselves and make six figures so that they could stay at home. That was their dream, to raise their kids properly. So that's what I'm talking about. The more you find your blessing, whatever it is for you, you know, think about it, pray about it, meditate about it, and trust that God is going to give it to you. And also think about it, just sit back and think about those things that you can do effortlessly and easily without, it's your God-given gift that you've taken for granted and you can possibly make money off of. Like I shared with you before, my mother was not only a good hairstylist, but interior decorator. She would come home and take that little bit of furniture we had, and she would, we'd come home and we felt like we was in a new remodeled home. Later on, helped other people do their own houses. Then became an interior designer. Some people, matter of fact, my sister, she had a low budget wedding that she did for herself because she was on a low budget, and come finding out that was a gift. How to have an eco wedding, and she taught other women how to do that, how to have a economical wedding and still be beautiful and gorgeous. You're gonna find your gift and your talents by some of the things that you do naturally, easily, that make it fun for you. Had another woman who basically and think about this. It's a lot of tragic things that you can turn a tragedy into a triumph, or turn lemon into lemonade. I can remember another diva who her tragedy was her house went into foreclosure. So she figured out how to get it out of foreclosure, and how to build up a credit. And so she created a site teaching people how to get out of foreclosure, get their houses back, and made a lot of money doing that. My homeless stint turned that tragedy to triumph. I became a real estate investor, successful at doing that. Then I later on taught other people how to invest in real estate. So that's another way you can find out what your purpose is. Turn that tragedy, whatever tragic thing that has happened to you, share it with the world. Like I said, and make money off of it. There was another gentleman who loved to fly helicopters, but quite frankly, he couldn't afford to buy a helicopter. He loved to do it, But what he did was he found out, oh man, he could create a helicopter business by taking people on ride over helicopters over New York City, and wedding proposals in helicopters, and tours over over the city. And then people would want to fly over the city, weddings, vacations, tours. So he created a helicopter business doing that. So that's what it's all about. I know another diva who loved to cook. Absolutely loved to cook. Matter of fact, here in Atlanta, she called it slutty vegan. So she created a $1 million business by taking vegan food, making some really good fast food vegan dishes, and now she's got a line around the block of people enjoying her vegan dishes. So that's what it's all about. Find out what you're good at. Are you a great cook? Are you a good interior designer? Are you a great helicopter rider? Or create your own. Some people, the commercial flights have come into really great existence. A good friend of mine, he didn't necessarily. He found his career, his second career. What was he first? I met a man just recently when I went on vacation in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And I forgot what other business that he was doing. Oh, I forget. But let's just say it was a career that he wasn't interested in. And once again, he loved flying. No, he had to find another career flying planes. And so it was during the time the airline traffic controller strike. And he struck gold. He went in, got his pilot license, and now he is retiring as a pilot. Sometimes you don't even know it's a gift, but pay attention. Look out, for it as far as what you like to do, and you will find it. And once again, remember, once you do that, once you've been blessed with finding your purpose, help other people find their purpose too. So I hope Alec and everybody out there, how to find your purpose, have a prosperity party, because when you find out what you love to do and figure out how you can get paid to do it, you never work a day in your life. I never feel like I'm working. And I'll be quite honest with you, I sometimes work 7 days a week. I work the holidays and everything. But I love what I'm doing because I know I'm helping people like you live your dreams, live heaven here on earth. I can't wait to wake up in the morning and talk to you. And I love it when you contact me back and you say, Elon, this happened to me, wonderful. Helping women that couldn't have children. And one day they call me up and say, Elon, I'm pregnant. I'm going to have my baby that I dreamed about. This is what life is all about. And I'll be the first to tell you, I'm an example of you have multiple dreams and I have multiple God-given gifts and talents. I became a naturopathic doctor. So I deal with health and I deal with fitness. And then spirituality, because Lord, I needed Jesus when I was homeless. It was prayers and a lot of love to teach me about how God could work miracles inside of you. And so you got the Holy Yogi. And then last but not least, you got the Pajama Mama, where I help moms and dad fire their boss and hire their kids, be able to stay at home and live their dreams of being able to enjoy raising a happy, well-adjusted, successful family. So I found 3 purposes out there for me. Maybe you've got 10, maybe you've got 20. And I share with you Prince, I share with you a lot of other people who had God-given gifts and how they blessed other people with it and how more abundance came to them. And I'm gonna end with Oprah and Barack Obama. That's why they're billionaires, and especially Barack, right? He's a billionaire in the making. If you think about it, he went to school to become a lawyer, but what he was meant to be was president of the United States. And by him doing that, now, think about it, he became a community leader. He gave up all that big money and power and fame and fortune as far as being a top-notch lawyer in New York City to go to Chicago to help the homeless, to help, the community, low-income community, build that up. And because of that sacrifice that he made, and Michelle took the sacrifice and she got the $100,000 job so they could live decently. He's making $10,000 a year. So he was living off of Michelle's salary. See, that's where humility comes in at. That's where sacrifice comes in at. And that's what comes in at sometimes. Oh, that's another thing. Do it for free. Free. If it's free, it's for me. I'm not getting paid to do this, to chit chat with you guys, but I am getting paid because reality situation is when you've been blessed, I get blessed with even more because that's how the universe works. Because somebody's video, somebody's book, somebody's tape, somebody's audio, somebody's conversation helped me get out of homelessness, helped me get the inspiration and motivation to get to the next level in life and become a millionaire. And I know this information is going to help you do the same thing too. So let's do our minute meditation. Dear Heavenly Spirit, divine, gracious Mother, Father, God, thank you for helping me find my divine purpose here on life. And as I build abundance with my purpose and prosperity for myself and my family, I pray that information is going to help inspire and motivate other people to find their purpose in life and be massively successful too. Thank you, universe. Peace. Hetapu. Namaste. Have a prosperous, abundance day.